Welcome back to Frankly Speaking here on WYDC TV, Big Fox, broadcasting from the Hasselson studio. Chris, thanks so much for being on the program this morning.
Thanks for having me, Frank. I really appreciate it.
It's that time of year already.
It is, believe it or not. The year is almost here.
The College Fair, May 8th at the Elmira Elks Lodge from 6 to 8 p.m. How long have you been holding these?
Well, this would be my 14th year.
I wondered, wow.
My 14th year, yep. And, of course, COVID, stopped it for 2 years.
Sure.
But we're back, bigger and better than ever, and this is going to be the year that I think we're going to break an attendance record.
Why did you decide to do this in the first place? Did you see a need in our community for something like this?
Without question. So when I got elected to the Elmira Heights School Board back in 2010, I spoke to the superintendent at the time, Mary Beth Fiore, and I talked to her about a college fair, and because my master's in higher education administration.
Sure.
And I was working higher at the time, and I said, we should do something, and she said, great, and she was 100% behind this. So we decided to start this, and it originally started at Thomas Edison High School.
Okay.
Is where it started. But there was a need because you have seniors, juniors, and we used to call them Larry come lately from Long Beach that would wake up around August and say, hey, I need to go to school. So we're trying to get them students to, and adults who want to come back to school, a second chance. So not just one in the fall, but one in the spring.
Right.
Now we're the only show in town. The only one in the whole North Penn area.
That's amazing, because there obviously is a need. I'm looking at the list of some of the people that you'll have there, and it's not just, maybe you're thinking I need something maybe a little different right now, or it's not just colleges and universities, but a topic that we talk on this program about all the time, police, the need for police. Well, the New York State Police are going to be there. You have trade schools. How much work goes into the planning of this, contacting these people?
It starts every year. It starts right now.
Yeah,
it starts right now. So I figure, what can I talk about on this show that I didn't talk about maybe last year?
Yeah.
The planning goes every day. I'm talking to people. I'm out talking to someone saying, hey, I want to be a sponsor. Hey, I need to bring my grandkids to this, or I want to talk to someone. I saw you on the Big Fox TV show with Frank Acomb, and thank you for watching. But my point is, the planning starts every day. Every day I get an idea. Oh, I should talk to this person. Oh, I should talk to that person. We should invite these ones. Now, like this year, and we did it last year, we have a table set up, but this year and different is we have Elmira Police Department will be there, recruiting cadets like last year. Mayor Mandel will be there. Also, the city manager, Mr. Collins, will be there. They want to be on board with this. I spoke to him last week. Also, the Elmira Fire Department will be there with cadets looking to recruit more people. I also have the state police who always come every year, have a big presence. They'll be there. And I also, this year is the first year, the DEC will be there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they're going to be there. And the DEC is great. And they're going to be coming also. So we've got a big police presence. We have the fire department there. So it's not just colleges. These are programs that will get you right into working.
Wow. Yeah, it's a really extensive and impressive list. Do you find that colleges and universities and some of these organizations start to contact you because you've been doing it so long?
Yes, they do. Yeah. I've actually had several. Actually, my wife has. Got to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Lindsay, who's been my administrator, and my very good friend, Chris Giaconda, who's my IT guy, who puts everything together for me on these flyers that you see.
Yeah.
And they'll be reaching out to them on the Facebook page. And Elmira Elks College Fair, if you're looking for it. It's updated almost every day with a new school that's coming, our sponsor. And they'll say, hey, we registered last year. Are you doing it again this year? They'll start reaching out in December.
Yeah.
Because they're planning for their spring travel season.
And you have such amazing sponsors, too. I'm sure that they want to be a part of it because it's such an important part for our community.
It is.
It plays such an important role. So everybody wants to be attached to something like this, I would think.
Yeah. Well, it's an educational community event.
Yeah.
I mean, what better to be part of?
You're right.
So if you're listening to me, anybody that wants to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. It's not too late. You can reach out to me, Chris Callas. I'm in the phone book. I still have a landline. They can call me. They can go on the website here and reach out to me. But it'd be great for more people, even elected officials, let's say, that say, hey, I want to be a sponsor of this. As you can see, we have Rodney Strange
is on there.
and Marty Chalk.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, we have some local city people in Elmira that are going to be on here, too, that I'd like to make sure that, like with Nick, that he's on here. He's an elected city councilman in Elmira.
Okay. Wow, you do have a...
Yes, and you can see him on here. But my point is, it's open to everybody's sponsorship, pretty much, and we'd love to have them. Frank, I'm going to put it right out there. This would not be possible without our sponsors.
Oh, of course.
I couldn't do it without Hilliard's. I could go right down the list, as you can see. Stevie Pickering, 8th District legislator.
Yeah.
As I mentioned,
and
different
I'll
ones.
I'll put up the poster so everybody can see the various sponsors. Unless you want to read through them, but I do have to mention our good friend Culligan Water.
Yeah, of course. Culligan Water is great.
Yeah.
They jumped on board, as you can see. Culligan Water is right behind me.
Exactly.
It's delicious. It's refreshing. It's nutritious,
Yep.
and we're going to have it at the college fair, giving it out to people. So thank you, Callas Joins Water.
Yes.
And the other part too is the different sponsors that jump on board. Now this year we've got Mooney's.
Oh yeah, sure.
Is going to be giving us mac and cheese.
Oh, that's great.
What better than that mac and cheese? You know, the JB Bulldogs Cafe up in Elmira Heights. Jeremy Gulich, he's going to be doing a pulled pork tray
that's a great
with
idea.
buns, which is awesome. And of course, you know, we have different people that donate other foods, which is great. Sam's Club has been a #1 sponsor. Got to give a shout out to Dave Mustico and the group up at the Horseheads Sam's Club. They're awesome. They help us out with all types of things. You know, the different ones that are on here and that that are coming in the next 2 weeks, because we've got 2 weeks from today is to the college fair. So it's not too late. Please contact me if you want to be a sponsor.
Do you find that when people attend that they're there for almost a full 2 hours?
It varies. It varies. My goal would to be everybody there for 2 hours.
Right, sure.
I'd like to. My thought for next year, you talked about planning, is next year I would like to, unless the sponsor calls in the meantime, I would like to have a instant college fair scholarship given out at the end of the night.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I would like to do that because I think that would make people stay, do the drawing right there. We can cut you the check on the spot.
Right.
We just need the sponsorship to make it happen.
Right.
You know, but that way you'd have the kids stick around to 8 o'clock, and maybe one of our elected officials could come down and do the drawing for us.
Sure. When you mention the attendees, what should they know about the event? Is there anything that they should bring?
Well, first and foremost, you want to bring your questions.
Yeah.
You know, you want to bring your questions and a list of questions, because there's nothing that a college fair representative doesn't want is someone just standing looking at you.
Yeah, sure.
You know, you want to ask questions. Where are you located?
Tuition.
Tuition. What does it cost?
Yeah.
That's reality check that grandma and grandpa, mom and dad, you know, are going to be standing there wanting to know also. Also, do you offer financial aid? You know, which most of them all do, of course.
Sure.
But then, of course, the other thing is, too, when is the deadline to apply? Is it the SAT and ACT? What are the scores? Or you don't need those at that particular school? Now, that's a big trend that's been happening.
Sure.
They don't
I've heard
require
that.
them. And the other thing is, too, you know, what are you looking at? Top 10% of your class? Top 20%. You want to ask them questions. When can I visit? If I fill out a form, can you waive my application fee?
Right.
There's ways to save money with going to school.
And it's important because it's costly now. And
It's
that's
very
why I think this
costly.
is great that you put this on so people have so many alternatives, so many different areas that they can go down depending on what they're interested in. Are you still looking for people to participate, meaning schools and organizations?
So because we're at the Elmira Elks, it's not the Jacob Javits Center in New York City.
Right.
So even though I was asked how big it has been with the Army to bring some things, we only have a few slots left.
Okay.
And that is a great turnout. I try to cap it at 50. But because we get such people that show up, and we have some that don't show up, of course.
Yeah.
You know, that register, then all of a sudden they don't show up. We have a few more spots open, just a few, but we're almost at that 50 spot that are coming in fast and furious. So if you can see me and hear me, make it happen as soon as possible, because I am going to fortunately have to start turning people away.
Sure. And we want to make sure that everybody knows, again, it's May 8th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Elmira Elks Lodge, but it is free and open to the public.
It is free, and we have free parking. Also, the Elmira Pioneers will be there giving out free
great.
tickets.
Yeah.
Stitches will be there as always. He's a staple.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robbie Nichols and the
course.
Pioneers. And they'll be there giving out tickets. And, of course, it is free. It costs nothing to come down. And most importantly is you come down and you ask your questions. You get with your guidance counselors from your high school, your student counselors, school counselors, that is, and talk to them. What are the lists that you suggest I ask them? You know, is it a big school? Is it a small school? What's the student to faculty ratio? Can I bring a car on campus?
Right.
Those are all important things. Even can I bring a pet? Some campuses are pet friendly. Let you bring your pet.
Oh, wow. Times have changed.
Yes, they have, very much so.
Well, these colleges want to have the students too, so it's a mutual kind of a back and forth. So that's why, again, I say it, but it's a great event, and I appreciate you for coming into the program to talk about it. And let's do this again soon before the event. Does that sound good?
I would like to, Frank, and as always, thanks for having me.
Yep, of course. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Frankly Speaking on WYDC TV, Big Fox.